Probably the most important attribute of a high-quality data center is its capability of keeping the power on all of the time. As businesses place more and more reliance on their IT infrastructure, the cost of an outage gets higher and higher. A data center outage can cost hundreds of thousands of pounds per minute, and worse, many companies can actually go bankrupt if the customer loses confidence in the product because of IT problems. Keeping the power on is so fundamental that the data center world has created a rating system to describe how reliable the data center is. This ranges from Tier 1 to Tier 4, and all good data centers are Tier 3, and as will be explained, customers cannot afford to accept anything less. The basic concept of a data center is that the incoming power from the national grid is backed up by generators. If the grid has an outage, the generators will take over. In order for these two sources of power to work without interruption to service, there is one other vital component. This is the UPS, or uninterruptible power supply, which not only conditions the power, but is also connected to a bank of batteries. These are essential because a mains failure is instantaneous, but it takes several seconds for the generators to start up and reach full speed. The batteries supply the power to bridge this gap. In some cases, organisations don't bother with generators, but simply hope that the mains power will come back before the batteries run out of juice. The batteries can last up to 10 minutes, so for many transient outages, this is okay. But for any serious mains problem, this just wouldn't be good enough. You may wonder if this is overkill. In this day and age, the electricity supply seems to be very reliable. You probably don't remember the last time you had a power failure at home or in the office. Actually, power outages are more common than you might expect. Ofgem compile reports on the number of outages per 100 customers per year for each of the electricity distribution companies. Although the reliability is improving, the number is currently around 70 outages per 100 customers. That is, each year there is a 70% chance you will have an outage. By the way, an outage is defined as a loss of power for more than 3 minutes. These numbers do not include short-term glitches. Ofgem also record minutes lost per customer per year. This figure is running at around 75 minutes per year. So clearly, the generators and batteries are needed. Let's consider the difference between the tier ratings. A Tier 1 data center will have a backup generator, UPS and batteries, but it will have only one of each, so any component failure will cause an outage. Moreover, maintenance of any component will require it to be taken out of service, also causing an outage. A Tier 2 data center will have some redundant components, such as the generators and the UPS. However, there will be a single path providing power to the rack. The redundant components mean some failures can be tolerated and some live maintenance is possible. Nonetheless, there are single points of failure which can cause an outage, and some maintenance will necessitate an outage. A Tier 3 data center is distinguished by providing two separate power feeds to each rack. Effectively, any component can fail or be taken down for maintenance without causing an outage. This design is known as concurrently maintainable because maintenance never causes an outage. That is why customers should insist on Tier 3. Tier 4 data centers are very rare, almost mythical. They basically require two standalone Tier 3 systems, which means that one whole side can be out of service and the remaining feed will still be at a Tier 3 standard. Tier 4 designs are very expensive and only banks have ever felt the need to justify the cost. So, in the colo market, a Tier 3 data center is what any company should be expecting to ensure quality of service.